Hey, yo, what to do, YouTube? All right, everybody. I wanted to give a quick breakdown in how I think making builds work. Like, what's the best way to make a build? What's the right way to go about making a build? There's a lot of different ways you can go about it because there's a lot of ways to make a build. But I think one of the first things you want to do is just head into the builder, go here, don't worry about any of that stuff, and then just have an idea of what you want. Right? Recently, one of my friends asked me to make a Giannis build, so I said, okay, let me see what I can do. And so I took it to the, obviously you have to know what you want, what are your, limits of like what kind of things you're looking for, what kind of things are you don't need on your build, what kind of things will define your build, right? So for me, when he said I need a Giannis build, I was like, okay, cool. I need to get Hall of Fame posterizer. I need to get all the contact dunks. I need to get pretty good speed with the ball. I need to be able to play some defense, block shots. That's what I thought immediately when I thought of a Giannis build. And I was like, okay, I also just want to be able to shoot maybe a little bit of mid range just so I can help the team out and space out. That's what I thought, right? And so that's your first step, right? Look at what you want the build to be. Then your second step is look at what the builder's limits are. So you look at what your limitations are, your boundaries, right? You want your x to be less than or greater than this value. Then you have to look at the builder and see what their limitations are, and you want to see where their values are. So when I was trying to do it for him, when I was trying to make this build for him, I saw that the limit was if I want to get Hall of Fame posterizer, a really high driving dunk, a really good standing dunk, really fast with the ball, and pretty good defense still, I came to the conclusion, okay, I have to be 6'8". And then I made a pretty good Giannis build. I sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh, I wanted it to be like, bigger. I wanted it to be like 6'10", 6'11", like the size of Giannis." And I said, "Okay, well, let me try." And so when I tried, I saw you couldn't get the elite contact dunks and all these type of things. And to me, that defeated the purpose of a Giannis build, right? So you got to look at what you want your build to be and what the limits of the builder are. So we're gonna do that here. So my goal is to make a all-around build, as you can tell by the name. And I chose whatever height, the wingspan, doesn't matter at this moment. What you want to do is either you want to have your phone with you and the notes tab open, or you want to have a notebook with you and you're writing down stuff. So then you want to focus, what do you want? So this build, for example, I want to be an all-around build. But maybe you want to make a three-point specialist. Maybe you want to make a build that's like Stephen Curry. Maybe you want to make a build that is really good like LeBron, that can finish really well, that can pass really well, and has a decent amount of shooting. So you want to figure out what you want your build to be, and then you have to look at the builder, but that comes later. Then you have to see what badges you want. Go into the builder and be like, okay, so for this build, for example, I'm looking for an all-around build. I'm looking, okay, I need to have some acrobat. I need to have some fearless finisher. Okay, that's for shorter. Do I want to be short? Do I want to be short to get giant flare? I'll see, maybe not for this build, for example, the all-around build. I'm not looking to be that short. Then the posterizer. Okay, I need posterizer. Do I need Lob City? Maybe I'll have Lob City. Let me see. Limitless. Okay, yeah, maybe Limitless might be good this year. Let me try it out. Pro Touch I don't need. Put Back Boss I don't need. Rise Up I don't need. Slithery. Okay, yeah, I need Slithery. Do I want teardroppers? Do I do floaters? I don't really do floaters. Okay, I don't need that. So then you look at that kind of thing, right? And then you also have to look at the cost, because this 2K is a little bit different, whereas before you could just say, okay, I need it on Hall of Fame, that's 4. Now you got to look, okay, I need it on Hall of Fame, that's 7, not 4. So you have to see what badges you want, and you want to make it the least you need. And then you do the math on your paper, or you do the math over there. So for example, here my thought is, okay, I want to have Acrobat, but maybe I don't need a Hall of Fame. Let's say I need only 5 for gold. Okay, I don't need Back Down Punisher. All right, I don't need Dream Shake. I don't need Drop Stepper. I'm probably not going to shoot a lot of close shots, so that's probably not necessarily. Okay, Fearless Finisher. I could use Fearless Finisher. Now, for 7 Fearless Finisher, I need a 99 driving. For Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher, I need a 99 driving layup. Probably not going to get there. Do I need Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher? You gotta ask yourself that question. Do I like to finish in traffic? Do I like to finish on top of people? I mean, maybe it'll be good. I'm not sure, but I think I probably like it on gold, right? So I'll say 5 to 7 for the Acrobat, 5 to 7 for the Fearless Finisher, and I'm writing that down in my phone right now, how many badges I need for those things, and that's what you got to be doing as well. And I'll do the example for uh, finishing, and then I think you could take that going to the next level. And then I'll do it for finishing and shooting, and then I'll show you like, oh, okay, you see, you have to sacrifice something, and you'll get there. So, okay, posterizer, yeah, I want posterizer. Gold, I think getting in a Hall of Fame would be pretty difficult. So say, uh, for that, and I'll put poster. Okay, let's see. Mouse in the House, probably don't need it. Lob City, probably not gonna cut too much. I like to space out, but maybe you say no, I do need it. So you would write that down. Limitless Takeoff, that's a badge I want to try out. I'm gonna say 5 to 7 for there, and I'm getting numbers to see what amount of driving or finishing badge attribute upgrades I should be looking for. Do I need Hook Specialist? No. Do I need Grace Under Pressure? Probably not going to be shooting under the basket. Do I need Pro Touch? No. I usually have timing for layups off, right? And is it the same? Boost for having slightly early, slightly later. Essence timing layups, layup time might be turned on, right? So I have my layup timing turned off, so I don't need that. Put back boss, I could maybe use it on bronze, but I'll keep that down. Maybe, for example, a person who does it a lot more across offensive glass, maybe you put 0 to 1, or maybe you put 0 to 3 for the amount of attribute badges you need for that. Rise Up, I'm not going to need Rise Up. I'm not going to do a lot of standing dunks. Slithery, okay, I like Slithery. Maybe I want to do 5 to 7 for Slithery, and we can see where we go from there. So I'll write down 5 to 7 Slithery. Right, so these are all finishing badge upgrades. Right, how many finishing badge upgrades do I need? And I don't really do floaters, but maybe you're like, I want to try floaters out. And this is another thing. So for example, I have right now on my list Acrobat Fearless Finisher, Posterizer, Limitless Takeoff, and Slithery Finisher. Okay, so I have those 5 badges written down here, and I have them from gold at 5 and Hall of Fame at 7, which is interesting that they're all 5 and 7 because those are obviously the biggest ones that I think everybody likes as finishing. Okay, so I see that, right? And then I can say, all right, so if the minimum would be 5 times 5 is 25, so I need a minimum of 25 badges, and I need a maximum of 7 times 5, which is 35. Okay, can this build even get 35 badges? That's another question you gotta ask yourself. Can I even get 35 finishing badges by maxing stuff out? And the answer is yes. I've already seen this. You can get 37. But that's the questions you gotta ask yourself. And then we'll come back and see, okay, for right now, okay, let's say I want all of them on Hall of Fame. Okay, I'll say that to start with. And then you have to look, oh, I can't even get Fearless Finisher on Hall of Fame. So then you go back and you see, okay, what do I have to do to get Fearless Finisher on Hall of Fame? Okay, I have to be a little bit shorter. Can I reduce my weight? Okay, reducing my weight. Oh, eventually it will affect my driving layup, so I need to have that reduced weight. And then you can see, once you do this so I'd suggest first doing this for all the badges, then coming back into the body settings and setting your body settings where you want them to be, recognizing where your badges are. For example, one of the builds I made him, I believe, 185 with max wingspan, okay? And I already worked really hard on him, and then I went into the builder, and then I had messed up my order. So instead of looking at badges first, I looked at attributes first, and then I thought, oh, I can't get Rebound Chaser on gold. That would be a big help. So I said, how can I get Rebound Chaser on gold? And I thought, oh, okay, just increase my weight 1. And I get that 91. That way when I go in here and I click triangle or Y if you're on Xbox and go to Rebound Chaser, it shows for gold Rebound Chaser, it's 5 badge points and a 91 offensive rebound or a 91 defensive rebound. So then I just went back and said, okay, I need a 91 defensive rebound. This build has a 91 defensive rebound. So that's the way you would do it. So then I see here, right? So I look at that. Okay, I want to have that. Okay. So we'll continue. So this one I'm looking at just to be a little bit extreme to make the point. Okay, so I want 35 finishing badges so I can get all of those on Hall of Fame, so I can get Acrobat, Fearless, Posterizer, Limitless Takeoff, and Slithery all on Hall of Fame. I'm gonna need 35. Okay, but then you can also look, do I want to have a little bit of wiggle room to try something new? Maybe I want to do a little bit of Mouse in the House. Since I have such a high post control, maybe I want to try Mouse in the House. Maybe I'll try it on Silver, or maybe I want to have a little bit of Lob City, so maybe I'll keep, for example, let's see, for this build, for example, if I am to make it the way that I am so far saying I'm going to do with max finishing at 6'7", which is a strange thing to do, but let's say I want to do it that way, then I would maybe consider, for my playstyle, I'd consider Drop Stepper, I'd consider Mouse in the House, right? And I'd see which one is of good and which one would I not need, all right? So I see for Hall of Fame, they both require 5, and for gold, they both require 3. So I'm thinking maybe I can have 35. I can only have 4 more. So maybe 4 is good. Either I can have both on silver, or I can have 1 on gold and 1 on bronze, and so that lets me to play with it, right? So you put a little bit extra for something, maybe a little bit extra you want. Or maybe I realize, okay, I want 3 on drop stepper, and I only want the other one I'm gonna put on Lob City Finisher. Okay, but that's how you would go about it, right? So first step, define what you want your build to be, what you want your build to do. Second step, look at the badges for each category and what you want them to be, trying your best to keep it as low as possible. For this example, I went all out, but in reality, try to keep it as low as possible, right? So I went 35, which is the highest amount, whereas 25 would have been my minimum preference. And I could even go lower. I could even say, okay, maybe I don't need limitless takeoff on gold. Maybe I'll put it on silver so I can save 1 badge point there. Oh, limitless takeoff is only 5. Why did I put 7? That's my bad. Right, so maybe I put it on, maybe I want it on gold instead. So that saves me 2 badge points. So instead of having 25, I only need 23, and instead of having a maximum of 35, I'd have a maximum of 33. But then again, if I want to like put a little bit extra, maybe I do want 2 more badges just so I can try out something like drop stepper silver or mouse in the house silver if I want to post up. Again, maybe you want a little bit lax, but you want to be as low as you can, and you just have to consider it with all the other features there. So then, for example, let's go to shooting, right? At shooting, okay, I'm looking, I probably want gold blinders. All right, so I'm writing down right now, shooting badge upgrades. I'm making a heading in my notes app, and I'm saying for blinders, I want 3. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. I want 5 for blinders. Okay, let's see. I want catch and shoot. I want 5. And another thing that I completely forgot to mention is that you should write down the attributes necessary. So for blinders, I need an 88 mid-range or an 88.3. So an 88 mid-range is easier to get than an 88.3. So I'm going to write 5 badge upgrades, blinders, and 88 mid. I wrote it for this shooting reminded me of it just because shooting is way more difficult to do it to see what attribute you need than finishing. Finishing is not too difficult, right? You know that fearless finisher is only associated with that. You know that post riser is only going to be associated with your dunk, and I'm not going to have any standing dunk really. I know that acrobat is only going to be associated with my driving layup. But then you do have some like slithery, which are both, which you just have to be aware of and write them down. So write that down. So first step, define your build. Second step, define your badges. Third step, define, oh, well, I'll change the second step. Define badges and attributes that you need for those badges. And then third step, define limits of 2K. So I want catch and shoot. So that tells me I need to have an 84.3, and I'm going to have a 5 for catch and shoot. And I need a 85 or 84.3. Okay. Oh, and you see this build doesn't get 84.3. So I should go back and try to mess with it, see can I get an 84.3? Okay, if I do 611, I can get an 84.3. Cool. And then you can also look, eventually when you get to playmaking, you'll see, oh, okay, I want to have pro dribble moves. I'll put it down 1 and get that. Oh, can I put my weight down? Does that help it? Oh, the weight doesn't help ball handle. Okay, but that gets me to that pro dribble moves. Okay, cool. That gets me there. Right, so that's stuff you would do eventually. But just to make the point clear, when you finally get to here and you're like, okay, I want all the badges and all this stuff, and then since this video is already getting too long, I'll make a part 2 where I actually work on this tester build and I actually have to go. So again, first step, define what you want your build to be. Second step, define attributes and badges for the build's needs. Third step, define limitations of 2K. Revisit step 2, revisit step 3 until you get good there. And then step 4 is to optimize. You see here, I can get 36 badges, but I can take off some of my standing dunk that I don't need and I can put it somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So I'm actually going to do it this way to make it a little bit more obvious. As you can see, my overall is 85 right now. My overall is 95. Let's get it to 99. Can I increase anything? I can increase my stamina. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so now you see, okay, if I take 1 down from here, oh, I can take a little bit down from here. Can I take any down from here? Oh, I can take a little bit, but I lose my fearless finisher. I don't want to lose fearless finisher. And I don't care about Hall of Fame hook specialist. Can I take any down from here? I can take a little bit down. Oh, I don't care about Lob City, but I don't want to lose that one. Can I take any down from here? Okay, there you go. Can I take any down from here? Yeah, I don't need those badges anyway. Okay, cool. So there's 36, and you can see my overalls already went down 2, and I can put my perimeter defense up to 54. And what I like to do is I can then like to go to 99, put myself at 99, and see if I can rearrange any of these differently. Can I put this down to 35? Okay, because I don't need too much of this, right? So can I put it down to 35, right at the edge? And can I increase something else to get me to 36? No, I can't. Okay, can I increase this one, get me 36? 35, no, I can't. Can I increase this one, get me 35? Nope, that put me down even more. Right, so you see what I'm saying? You do a bunch of that until you get to where you want to be with your badge layout. And again, you just like, oh, can I put some down? Oh, you see, I could put one down here. You mess with it that way. That's optimizing. That's the last step. Once you've already, again, firstly, define what the goals of the build are. Secondly, define badges and attributes necessary for those badges. Thirdly, find the limits that 2K has put on builds, and then go back to steps 2 and 3 until you get what you want. And then step 4 is to finally make the build optimized and everything. And then step 5 is click continue. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Hopefully upload this soon and put proper tags and everything. Thank you guys.